Welcome to Bible Answers. We have a question here which reads, what is Easter? Where did it come from? And why does it always occur on a Sunday? Should we be celebrating Easter at all? Well, Easter is the feast that Christians today celebrate as the day of the resurrection of the Lord Jesus. But in the old days, the Jews kept the festivals according to the ceremonial law. So the very important feast for them was the Passover. And this was determined by the sighting of the moon. So the moon cycle determined on which day this feast could occur. So it could occur on any day of the week. Now, on that special day, when Jesus was resurrected, it happened to be coinciding with the day after a literal seventh-day Sabbath. But thereafter, the cycle would have shifted. So the early church was still involved in keeping the Passover, and they used the date Nisan 14 in order to determine when the celebration should be. But very early on in Christianity, the Bishop of Rome decided that this celebration should not be determined by the cycle of the Jewish ceremonial days, but should always take place on a Sunday. And he made a law that it should always take place on a Sunday, and also banned anyone who didn't practice that which he preached. Now, the Feast of Easter, as we celebrate it, really has nothing to do with the biblical day of the resurrection. In fact, the early Christians, they emphasized the Passover lamb. They emphasized the day of the crucifixion. But the new Christians, in the papacy in particular, were celebrating the day of the resurrection. And the rituals that go along with it are more akin to the ancient pagan rituals of the Feast of Easter, which is the goddess Ishtar, who came down in a cosmic egg, and therefore the egg became a symbol of Ishtar, and it was the death and the resurrection of Tammuz that was celebrated. So what we have done in modern times is paganized Christianity by bringing in pagan aspects in this worship. The Bible does not teach anything of this nature. So the pagan Easter should not be confused with the Passover and the day of the resurrection, which was the day of the first fruits.